Welcome back. Thank you for putting on this video. Thank yourself for coming to your yoga mat today. So I hope that you are all well. And to those of you that know me and come to my classes, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you and your families, and I'm wishing you nothing but the best. And I hope that we can be together in class soon, very soon. It's not looking like it, but you know, a girl can wish and dream. So please find a comfortable seat. Now's a great time to pause the video, maybe put on some background music, or go get some blocks, a strap, and a blanket. Again, not sure if we're going to need them or not, but it's the opportunity to do that. So once you're settled in, find that comfortable seat. Please close your eyes, gently draw the eyelids down, sit up nice and tall. I'm going to do a little bit of centering. I'm going to read something to you. So keep your eyes closed, please. Pull the belly in. Take a big breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. And do that again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Bring the lips together. Keep the teeth slightly apart. Soften the tongue. Drop the shoulders down towards the earth. You can bring the palms to the knees. Maybe flip them up so they're facing the ceiling. Notice how that automatically opens up the collarbone, opens up the shoulders and the heart space. Bring the thumb and the index finger to touch, extending the other 3 fingers. Drop the chin to the chest for a moment and stay here and breathe. Noticing what you're feeling in your body as you inhale deeply and what you're feeling in your body as you exhale deeply. Just this small movement of tucking the chin down towards the chest is stretching the neck, the shoulders, the upper back. So notice if you're feeling that without judgment, without expectation, trying not to attach any thoughts or feelings, whether positive or negative, to the action that you're doing right now, which is simply just tucking the chin. So keeping your eyes closed, feel free to keep your chin tucked, or you can raise your chin so that you're parallel with the mat, so that the chin is parallel with the mat. Continue to breathe in your own rhythm and cadence, trying to take full and complete inhales and full and complete exhales. And I'm going to read you a short little poem called One Embrace. I breathe in blessings, bird song, the light of stars dimming in the dawn. I breathe in mystery and mountain streams, equanimity and the audacity to live boldly, freely, willingly in service to the whole. My open hands rest lightly on my knees. They vibrate with energy, fill with possibility and grace. I breathe out judgment, expectations, doubt, and everything that handcuffs me and holds me back. Breath completes the circle of ebb and flow, highs and lows, form and formless joined in one embrace. Continue with your breath now. Maybe letting those words kind of circle around your brain. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting go of whatever doesn't serve you. Just for this short period of the time you're going to be on your mat. So this is not such a big, giant, overwhelming task that I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to let go of years of resentment towards so-and-so, although that would be good. Simply letting go of the thoughts of that resentment maybe, or the thoughts of the dishes in the sink, or the thoughts of having to go to the grocery store. Anything that's holding you back from being fully present on your mat with me right now. Give yourself this gift, for this is a gift. Gift of breath, gift of time, and certainly the gift of yoga. It's transformative in so many ways, and if you allow it to fully envelop your body and your mind, even just for the time that you are on the mat, you will notice how you take your practice with you off of your mat into your day. You will notice the small things. You will notice maybe that you're standing differently in line. You will notice that maybe you rely on your breath when you're starting to feel impatient or frustrated. You will notice just a different philosophy in the way that you think, more positivity, less individualism, and more community. These are all the benefits of a regular yoga practice that extend far beyond the physical benefits, which is why many of us come to our mats to begin with. It's not to discount the physical benefits. They're amazing and wonderful. But living your yoga is really a special experience that I hope you all feel. And it may not be something you feel 24 hours a day, but maybe you can feel glimpses of it and notice it throughout your day. Again, without judgment or expectation, just as a passive observer. Now flip your hands down onto your knees, tuck your chin, lean back in your seat, shoulders come forward, rounding the spine. Pull the belly in. Take some breaths here. Feel the upper back getting a nice stretch. Feel the shoulders. You can slowly open the eyes. We're going to take some seated cat-cows from this position. On the next inhale, coming forward, lift the heart. Shoulder blades come back, drop the head. Exhale, coming forward, rounding the spine. Inhale. And exhale. And then inhale. And exhale. This is the last one. Come to a neutral spine. On your inhale, I'm just going to take off my sweater. Notice your sit bones, how you can feel them in the mat. Maybe you notice the tops of your feet pressing down in the mat. And you can physically manipulate them so that they press down even further. Bring the hands back to the knees, sit up nice and tall. We're going to inhale the arms up, taking a twist here over to the right, sitting up nice and tall, twisting through the rib cage. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we deepen. Come back to center. Inhale up. Exhale over to the other side, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale. And exhale. One more this side. Inhale up. And exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center, please. Exhale, come forward. Reach the fingertips forward, sit bones back, drop the hands down. Walk yourself forward, drop the head. Seated forward fold. Cross-legged, seated forward fold. Walk the hands to the right. Keep that left sit bone down. Rotate the chest so it's down towards the thigh. Come through center, go to the other side. Right sit bone stays tacked down. And then back to center. Last time, really reach forward. Drop the head. And then walk the hands back towards the shins, sitting up tall. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, right hand comes down, lean to the right. press that left sit bone down, straighten that top arm, pull the belly in, and then release, other side. Inhale up. Exhale, left hand comes down, reach with the opposite arm. Feel free to walk the bottom hand out. You can even come down onto the forearm. But notice when I did that, I don't know if you noticed it, my right sit bone popped up. So it's too early for me. So I'm going to keep my fingertips down. But listen to your body. Go where it needs you to go. And then release. We'll do one more on each side. Inhale up. Exhale, right hand down. Lean over. And then release. Now last time. Exhale, left hand down. And lean. So this is day close to day 50, I think, in quarantines, sort of / shelter in place. It's getting easier and getting harder at the same time. And release. I'm sure you feel the same. Inhale up. Big circle. Exhale down, right? We're doing our part. We're doing what we need to do. Inhale. Exhale. I hope you're all well. One more. Inhale. And that everybody in your orbit is safe. Exhale and healthy. Come onto your hands and knees, please. All right, I'm going to take my blanket and pad my knees. If you're padding your knees, you don't want it too thick because you'll throw off your alignment. So just a little bit. Come into tabletop, please. Hands and knees. Good. Let's take some cat-cows from this position. First, check your alignment. Fingers spread wide. Middle finger points towards the front of the mat. Make sure there's about 6 to 8 inches between your knees. Look between your feet. Look between your knees. If you can see your feet, you need to rotate those toes so that they're externally rotated. So move the feet so you cannot see the toes when you look through the knees. Inhale, curl the toes, belly dips down, gaze forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, round everything up towards the ceiling, tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Come to a neutral spine. We're going to bring the right foot back, curl the toes, reach that heel back. Feel that stretch in the calf. Drop that right hip a little bit. Gaze forward. So from here, lift the left hand. Keep reaching that heel back as you reach the left hand forward. And lift the left leg. Now we're balanced, gazing forward. Try not to look down between your hands, but instead forward and down. And then drop it down, other side. Left leg comes back. We're going to get that nice stretch here first. Reach that heel back. Lower that left hip. Gaze forward. I feel this very intensely in my calf. Then raise the right arm. Reach that heel back. Keep the toes on the ground right now. And then lift the back leg. Reach forward with the fingertips, back with the heel. And drop it down. Okay, well done. Let's come into child's pose, please. So you're going to spread your knees as wide as the mat. Tops of the feet into the mat, big toes touch. Sink your seat back down onto your heels and walk your fingertips forward, dropping the head. Move the head from side to side. And then gaze forward and then come back up to tabletop. All right, right leg comes back. We're coming into gate pose. You're going to take your left hand, move it to the right underneath your face. Spin the back heel completely down. Lift the top arm. This is gate pose. Sort of a prep for side plank. So press that edge of that right foot, the pinky toe side of that right foot into the mat. Look up at the top arm. Now take that top arm, reach it across your ear for the front of the room and turn your gaze towards the front of the room or towards the camera, towards the side. When you're ready, we're going to balance. You're going to lift that foot, back foot, no more than hip height. So even if it's like a ½ inch off the floor, you're still balancing. Just don't lift it too high. If you want a little more, you can bend the leg, reach around, grab the top of the foot, and open both the shoulder and the knee. You don't have to do this. And then we're going to slowly release, come back to gate, and then drop the arm down, and drop the leg, and we're going to do the other side. I'm going to turn my body so you can see me. All right, so the left leg comes back, right hand moves to the left, middle finger points towards the front of the mat, spin that entire back foot down, open up the chest, top arm reaches for the ceiling, and press the pinky toe side of that left foot into the mat. When I do this, I feel a beautiful stretch up my hip here when I press more into my back foot. But again, everyone's different, right? It depends where you're tight. Everyone is different. So I just say these things to you to give you examples of what I'm feeling, and maybe you're feeling the same thing. All right, we're going to take the top arm, reach it across your ear, turn your gaze towards the side of the room, and when you're ready to lift the back foot, no more than hip height. Keep that foot flexed, and if you would like to bend that knee, you can reach around, grab the top of the foot, open the shoulder, open that leg. So you're pressing the hand into the foot and the foot into the hand. And slowly with grace, we're going to release it, drop the foot, and then drop the hand. Good. Okay, let's take a couple of cat-cows to release the spine a little bit. So from tabletop, a couple of cat-cows. You guys know what you're doing. Just maybe 2 or 3. Inhaling, gazing forward, exhaling, rounding. Okay, when you are done, we're going to come into plank pose. Find your plank, gaze forward. Hips are about shoulder height. So if you look at me, this is too low, plus you feel strain in your low back. This is too high. You're heading into down dog territory. Gaze forward, heels back. Press to downward facing dog. Jog out the feet. I'm going to take this opportunity to move my blanket. Actually, you know what? If your blanket's there, keep it there. Because we're going to do one more thing on our knees. Stretch those fingertips forward, those heels back. And then come back down to hands and knees. Okay, so I'm actually going to put my blanket back. See, I'm kind of doing this on the fly, thinking about things. All right, so we're going to come up on our knees. And I'm going to turn and face you, so you should turn and face me if you're not. You're going to bring your right leg out to the side. Okay, keep that heel about in line with the knee. It could be a little behind it. You definitely don't want it in front of it. Okay, so it's kind of in line with the knee. All right, so we're going to inhale the arms up. Right arm's going to come down. Left arm's going to reach. So this is a nice, beautiful side stretch. Keep this foot flexed. Maybe you can reach your toes. Pull the belly in. Stay and hold. Now, when we come up, we're going to bring this left hand down to the mat and really stretch it over to the other side. Feel free to put a block here, okay, on any height if you're not quite reaching the floor. And we're going to do that again. Inhale, come on up, exhale, lean over. Beautiful side stretch. And then inhale up, exhale, other side. One more each side. Inhale up, exhale, lean. Really try to straighten that top arm. And then inhale up, exhale, opposite side. This is a really nice stretch. Keep coming back to that breath. And then inhale up. Okay, take this right leg, bend it, keep your toes pointed out, and lean into it. I'm going to curl the back toes in on this left leg. It helps my knee. So if you have to do that, you can modify. So now I'm feeling it all in my groin. A little in the outer hip here. And then release. Now we're going to switch sides. So left leg comes out. You may want to adjust the blanket. Okay, check your alignment. Make sure that heel is not in front of the knee. Okay? Inhale, lift up, exhale, left hand comes down, right arm reaches over. Keep that chest nice and open and flex the left toes. Belly's pulled in. And then we're going to inhale up, exhale to the other side. Again, feel free to use a block if you're not quite reaching. And reach over. We're going to do 2 more of these. So we're inhaling up, exhaling, leaning. Inhaling up, exhaling. I had to adjust my leg because it was moving too far out of alignment. So we're always readjusting ourselves. You're always kind of trying to be aware of what your body's doing and where it is. We're trying. Inhale up, exhale. Last time, lean. Open the chest, straighten that top arm. And then inhale up, exhale, down. This feels good. All right, come on up, please. We're going to bend this left leg, toes point out to the side, and we're going to lean into it. I'm going to curl the back toes in on my right leg. So I feel this again in the outer hip here and my inner groin on the left side. So we're just leaning into it. We're good on time. And release that. Okay, beautiful. So let's make our way back to plank and downward facing dog. So you can move that blanket out of the way. First, start out in plank. And then press back to downward facing dog. Stretch out that back. Jog out the feet. Gaze forward, bend the knees, walk to the front of the mat and fold over. Let it go. Let the head go. Let the breath go. Shake the head no and yes. And then slowly roll on up. Bend the knees a little bit. Roll up. Top of the mat. Roll those shoulders. All right. Turn to face me. Spread the feet a little bit. Maybe about a foot apart. Inhale the arms up. Reach. Grab the top. Grab the right arm with the left hand and lean to the left. Hips bump to the right. Making like a C curve here with your body. And then release. Other side. Inhale up. Exhale. Bump those hips. Actively bump the hips to the left as you reach to the right. And then release. Arms reach out, fold over. Hang here. Take the head again. Tip forward into the balls of the feet. Keep those heels connected, but just redistribute the weight. Bend the knees, roll up. Roll the shoulders. Okay. I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. You're going to interlace your fingers behind your back. Open your heart up towards the ceiling. Keep your feet about a foot apart. Gaze up towards the ceiling. We're folding over in this bound position. Exhale, long spine. Reach the heart forward. Fold over. Those arms can come up off of the small of the back, or they can stay down. Tipping forward into the balls of the feet. Now release the hands, draw them down the backs of your legs. Let them hang. Bend the knees and roll up. Okay, well done. Top of the mat, please. Hands to heart center. Find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. We're going to inhale, arms around and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, we're planting the hands in the mat. The right foot only is coming back. Drop onto that back knee. Rise up into a low lunge. Palms can touch. Really sink forward into that front leg. Exhale the hands down. Curl the back toes. Lift that back knee. Right hand stays down. Left arm comes up for a twist. Keep that back heel reaching back. And then left hand comes down on the inside of that front leg. Drop the back knee. Come into your lizard pose. Drop the forearms down onto the mat or blocks. Drop the head. Breathing into those spaces that you feel tight. Finding a moment of joy. Moment of joy in this pose. Right? This is not easy. You're doing it. Finding a moment of appreciation and gratitude for your body. So come on up out of your lizard. Bring the left hand to the opposite side of that leg. We're going to sink the hips back, flex that front foot, half split, split prep. If you have a full Hanumanasana or a more full version of Hanumanasana in your practice, go ahead and do it. I'm going to do mine. I always use a block. I always want you supported. So if your butt cheek is not reaching the mat, never let go of the mat, okay? Unless you have something supporting you. Otherwise, you could pull something. So then slowly come on out of it. Move the block to the side. Sink forward. Curl the back toes, lift the back knee. We're popping up to the front of the mat. And we're going to fold over. And then inhale, those arms around, rising up. Exhale the hands back to heart center. We're going to do the other side of that. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, prepare your spine, gaze forward. Exhale, hands come to the mat, bend the knees, left leg comes back. Drop onto that knee, sink forward into those hips, rise up. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Bring the hands down, curl the back toes, lift the knee. Left hand stays down, right arm peels open for a twist. Keep that back leg as straight as possible, reaching that heel back. Right hand comes down on the inside of that front knee. Drop the knee, find lizard. Forearms down or on blocks. If they don't reach the floor, we bring the floor to them. And my knee is winging out, which means I should be on a block. That's what that means. So use blocks. If you're not in proper alignment, that includes the teacher. You want to keep this knee glued into the shoulder. So slowly come on out of your lizard. You're going to bring that right hand back on the opposite side of that front leg. Sink the hips back, flex that front foot. Okay, Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Stay here, fold it over this leg. This is a great pose. Or if you want to come into your version, your variation of full Hanumanasana, now is your chance. And again, I always use a block because my body just doesn't come to the floor yet. come down. Let's make our way out of the split pose. Okay, moving the blocks to the side. You're gonna pop up to the front of the mat, please. Folding over. And then inhale, arms around, rise up. And exhale the hands back to heart center. Okay, beautiful. So hands come to the waist. Let's step back with the right foot, coming into a warrior two. So you're stepping back with that right foot, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Nice big bend in this front leg. Make sure this knee does not come over the ankle. And then the chest and the body is open. Okay, we're not turning forward. It's open to the side. Arms reach forward and back. Stay here and feel what you feel. Move that left knee to the right a little bit. Keep the foot where it is, but move the knee to the right so you feel that in the groin. Take a reverse warrior. Come right into side angle, any variation. Come back up to reverse warrior. Side angle, so only the upper body is moving here. Reverse warrior. Side angle. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg, step up a little bit, triangle pose. Reach forward, down, and peel open. Try not to put too much weight on this bottom hand. All right, so we're taking this top hand, we're bringing it down onto the right side of that front foot. Left hand goes on the left side of that left foot. This right foot, we're gonna pop it forward and turn the hips to the front of the room. Triangle, forward fold. Try to keep that front leg as straight as possible. And again, use blocks. Okay, you don't need my permission to use blocks, but use them. I'm telling you as reminders, use them. Now inhale, gaze forward, lengthen that spine. Bring your hands to your waist and rise up. Squeeze those legs together, rising up, and then step to the front of the mat. All right, we're gonna do the other side now. I'm gonna come over here. So the left leg is coming back, finding your warrior two. Same alignment cues. So make sure that front leg, the knee does not come past the ankle. Big toe pointing towards the front of the mat. Back foot, you're pressing, really pressing into the pinky toe side of that back foot. Heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. So check your feet. Arms reach forward and back. Gaze over that front middle finger. Reverse. And side angle. Doing 3 of these. Reverse. Side angle. The lower body doesn't move here. Reverse. And side angle. This is a really modified side angle. And then come back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Hands come to the waist. Step up a little bit because that's way too wide for triangle pose. And when you're ready, find your Trikonasana. Reach forward, down, and peel open. Notice how much weight's on this bottom hand. You don't want to dump the whole body into it. You want a nice long line, top of the wrist, in line with the bottom wrist. Now we're taking this left hand, we're dropping it to the left side of that front leg. Right hand comes on the right side of that front leg. Back foot pops up a little bit, turns the toes towards the front, square the hips. Fold over that front leg. Triangle, forward, fold. Again, use blocks under your hands if you feel more comfortable. Now take an inhale, gaze forward, lengthen that spine. Bring the hands to the waist, squeeze those thighs together, rise up, and then come to the front of the mat. Well done. Let's take a tree pose, a little balance. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you an option. So you can take your classic tree so that foot comes above or below the knee, okay? It does not rest on the knee because you could hurt yourself. So you can do your classic tree, or you can come into a figure 4, like I'm doing, okay? Start on either leg. We're gonna do one and then the other. So find whichever you're doing. I'm gonna talk you through this figure 4 pose. So you're gonna start out in the figure 4, find a drishti, a focus in front of you that's not moving. So listen to my words, don't look at me, because I'm gonna be moving. You're gonna slowly bend that straight leg, standing leg, leaning forward. Okay, I have the right leg on top. So for me, I'm feeling this stretch in the right hip. I'm leaning forward towards that shin, changing my gaze towards the floor. Eventually, I'm bringing my hands down, I'm straightening that standing leg, and I'm folding over in this figure 4 position. So you can go anywhere from A to Z in this being Z. Now to come up, you're slowly going to bend that leg, gaze forward, find your drishtis, and then rise up. So it's slow and steady. You have to change your gaze very slowly or you'll topple over. Hands come back to heart center, and then release. The figure 4, come on out of your tree, and we'll do the other side. So I'm doing figure 4, but again, if you're doing tree pose, tree's amazing. Just make sure you're not on the knee. That's the only requirement with tree. Okay, you could even have your foot down by your ankle with your toe on the mat if you're really working on balance, and then play around with lifting the toe, keep it down, lift the toe. But don't have the foot hanging out. Okay, make contact with something. Okay, figure 4 for me, and anyone else that wants to do this. Hands to heart center, we're gonna sort of sit into it, and you'll feel it on the outer hip of that bent leg, of the leg that's on top. And then eventually fold over. If your hands don't reach the mat, use blocks. Those magic blocks. And we're gonna make our way out of this. So you're gonna lift your head, find a drishti, bend that standing leg, rising up, slow and steady, engage the core. Hands back to heart center, and we're gonna drop that leg. Okay, good job. Back to the front of the mat, please. Let's just take a simple sun breath, sort of clearing the air, clear our aura. Inhale. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, the hands back around. All right, let's do that again. I'm going to modify it a little bit. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, hands come to the mat, bend the knees. We're going to bring that right foot back, coming up into a high lunge. So keep that knee lifted. Make sure that you're on railroad tracks here, not on a balance beam. Okay, you want your feet on different planks. And then inhale, hands to the waist, sink into this lunge. See how my back knee is bent? Straighten it. And inhale the arms up. All right, from here, we're going to inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, fold over it, but we're on the ball of that back foot. Stay on the ball of that back foot. Inhale, rise up, keep that front leg straight. And then exhale, sink. So we played around with balance a little bit. Bring the hands to heart center. We're taking a traditional twist. Elbow on the outside of that ankle, of that knee. Keep twisting. You can drop the knee, the back knee if you like. Release the twist. Slow and steady, rise up. And drop the hands. We're popping to the front of the mat. Folding over. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands back around. All right, so let's go ahead and do the other sides. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, hands come to the mat. Step the left foot back this time. Check yourself. Make sure those feet are on 2 different planks, not one in front of the other. And we're going to rise up, engage that core. Straighten that back leg. Inhale the arms up. Okay, here we go with our little balance. Staying on the ball of that back foot. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Inhale, rise up. So engage your core. Rise up. Not so easy. Bend the knee. Good. Let's take the twist. Hands to heart center. Elbow on the outside of that leg. And twist. Keep that back leg straight. And release that. Rise back up. Last time. Hands to the floor. Pop to the front. And fold over. Inhale, rise up. And exhale your hands back around. Very nice. Okay, come and sit down on the mat, please. Get your strap handy if you think you might want it. Legs are extended. This is Dandasana. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands by your side. Don't press into the mat. Just kind of keep them there. You can even bring them to your thighs if you want. So sit up nice and tall. You see how my back is nice and straight? It's not curved. If you're sitting up as straight as you can and there's still a little curve in your low back, sit on a blanket and I will show you how. Take a blanket. You want it maybe about that thick, not too thick, but not too thin. So a block would be too high. So you're going to sit on the blanket, then you're going to shimmy yourself off. So it's almost like you're falling off the blanket and that tilts the pelvis. So it straightens the low back. So sit up nice and tall, please. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Reach that heart forward. Grab the toes, grab the ankles, grab whatever is available to you. Inhale, gaze forward, lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're rounding and folding over. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Breathing into whatever spaces you're feeling this in. This is a big stretch. Big pose. And release, sit on up. Again, you could always use your strap, right? Hold on to your strap. Right knee comes up, hug it in. I'm going to turn and face you. Okay, we're going to rock the baby. So what that means is you're going to take your right hand on the outside of take your left hand, on the outside of that right leg, and you're going to rock it like this. If you can get that foot into the crux of the elbow, this is why we call it rock the baby. And you should feel that in the outer hip. All right, we're going to take this ankle, cross it over the back knee, or the bottom knee. Bring the hands behind you, bend that straight leg, seated pigeon pose. Sit up nice and tall. Keep turning my body around. Sit up nice and tall, long spine, and reach your chest towards your calf. And you should feel it, again, in the outer hip. You can also bring your seat closer to your foot. But the key is to keep a long spine. This is seated pigeon. You can also do this on your back. We may do it on our back too. So we're going to release this. So straighten the bottom leg. Keep the figure 4. Fold over. Reach for those toes. This is a little bit more intense than the seated forward fold we did with both legs straight. Paschimottanasana. This is a little bit more intense because it's isolating just that one leg. So release that. Straighten both legs. Left leg bends up. Let's rock the baby. Okay, you can Hold on to the foot like this, or bring that foot into the crux of the elbow, the crook of the elbow. I think it's the crook of the elbow, not the crux of the elbow. And then we're going to release that ankle across the knee, sit up nice and tall, hands behind you, bend that straight leg, find your pigeon. Okay, so this bothers my left knee, so I'm going to go easy on this side, but you do what you do. And now we're going to come on out of it, straighten that front leg, keep the figure four, flex that right foot, sit up tall, reach forward, grab the toes or the ankle or the foot, and fold over. This feels pretty intense for me. I don't know about you, but go to your edge. Maybe today you say, I'm going to try and go into my edge. Or maybe today you say, you know what, I'm just happy I'm on my mat. It's a miracle I made it to my mat. I'm just going to do what I can and do what I want to do that makes me feel good. I don't really feel like pushing myself today. That's fine too. You know, some days we have more energy than other days. The fact that you're on your mat is a win. So recognize it as a win. And be kind to yourself when you're on your mat. Be kind, be kind, be kind. And then release it. Straighten both legs. All right, we're going to bend both knees up. I'm going to turn to you. Coming into Baddha Konasana. Right knee comes to the right, left knee comes to the left. So sit up nice and tall. Sit up tall. Bring your hands on your ankles. Pull your chest forward. And try to lean over, try to fold over. But you're folding over with a flat back, not rounding, folding with a flat back. So think of your chest as coming forward. Okay, visualize the chest coming to rest on top of the legs. You can't do that if the back is rounded. I'm not saying it will rest on it, but I'm saying that's the visual. Maybe you want to walk the hands forward. You don't have to. You can keep them out. You can keep them on your feet. Okay, we're going to slowly come on out of that. Hands on the outsides of the knees. Bring them together. Squeeze it. Tuck the chin. And we're going to straighten the legs again, please. This time we're going to open up into a V. So again, I'm going to move back so that my heels are not on the hardwood floor. Sitting on a blanket in this pose, this is Upavista Konasana, can really help tilt the pelvis in such a way that it makes it a little easier. So I'm actually going to get on the blanket. Toes point towards the ceiling. Walk the hands forward and fold over. Okay? You're going to go where you're going to go. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter if you're here, right? Doesn't matter if your chest is on the floor. You go where you go and you're going to feel it here. Now we're going to walk over to the right leg. Chest is down towards the right leg, folding over. That left butt cheek will lift a little bit. That's fine. Walk back to center, over to the other side. Folding over, nice and slow. We don't want to pull anything. It's not necessarily a natural position. Come back to center. Maybe you can drop your forearms down. Maybe you want to get 2 blocks. On whatever height feels good, dropping the forearms down. Okay, remember there's 3 heights. Right? This is okay too. I actually feel this when I do this. Okay, I'm going to go a little lower, but I did feel it on the highest one. So allowing yourself to be, take some breaths here. Feel what you feel. Give yourself permission to feel it. non-judgmental, talking to yourself as if you would talk to your best friend, right? As if you would talk to someone you care about with kindness, compassion. And then rise on up. Remove the blocks. Bring your hands on the outsides of those thighs. Bring them together. Bend the knees. Squeeze it in. And we're going to come and lie down on the mat. So lie down, knees are bent. Okay, we're going to take one bridge pose here. So feel free to put a block under your back if that's where you're at. Otherwise, you're going to notch your chin. Lift the hips. Shimmy those shoulders underneath your back. Reach the knees forward. Lift the hips up. 5 breaths, please. When you're done, come out with the arms first, the shoulders first. Slowly lower the hips. Heel toe the feet out to the sides of the mat, pinky toe sides of the mat. Bring the knees together. So you're pigeon toeing your knees. And then release the legs. Hug right knee in. Hug the left knee in. Rock a little from side to side. Okay. Bring your hands down by your side. Actually, bring them out to the side in a T. Bring the knees up. Keep that belly nice and tight. Our inhale are the knees up towards the center. Exhale, drop to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. So we're doing a little core work and a little side body work. So keep those knees tucked in towards your chest. Inhale, this is your inhale. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. Inhale, center. To the left, exhale. That's one. That's one. Inhale, back to center. Okay, exhale. You guys get the gist of it. Inhale. Exhale. So inhaling and exhaling. Working the core. Working the abs. The side body, those side muscles. We're going to do one more, each side. And then back to center. Hug the knees in. I wriggled and wiggled a little bit down on my mat, as you probably did. So readjust yourself, hug those knees in. Arms back out to the side. So make like you're sitting in a chair. We're going to do the same thing now. So inhale is up here. Exhale. Drop it to the right. Inhale, center. Try to keep the knees together. Exhale to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And then back to center. Give yourself a break here. Hug it in. I shimmied a little again, so I'm going to adjust myself. Hug those knees in. All right. Arms come out to the side, legs up to center. Legs totally up towards the ceiling. We're going to do that again. This time the legs are going to be straight. So if you want to go back to the first one or the second one we did, feel free. I would recommend you try it this way and see how it goes, and then you can always adjust yourself. So we're going to do 3 of these on each side. So inhale, this is our inhale. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Okay, hug the knees in. Rock from side to side. I'm going to adjust myself back on my mat. Take a happy baby, please. Hug those knees in towards the armpits. That's it. Perfect. Drop the left leg down. Keep that right foot in happy baby. That left foot is straight on the mat. Toes are up. Take your left hand, press that thigh away from you as you pull that right knee deeper in towards your armpit. And then switch sides. And then happy baby. Okay, great. Drop the feet down. Come into a Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana, which is supine, laying down Baddha Konasana. Feet are touching, the bottoms of the feet are together, and the knees are dropped out to the side. If it feels like anything is pulling in your groin, you could put a block underneath your thighs to help support you. Lift the arms overhead. Feel the shoulders stretching. Grab the opposite elbows. And slowly release the arms. Bring the hands on the outsides of the thighs. Bring the knees together. Hug the knees into the chest. Drop the legs down. Point the toes. Reach those feet for the back of the room. Inhale the arms up. Full body stretch here. Now we're going to lift the right arm and left leg. And then exhale it down. Feel the core muscles working. Switch sides. Keep the foot flexed. Other side. Sometimes when we slow it down, so you just keep going, switching sides. When we slow it down, we start to feel exactly where and what muscles in our body are working when we do these poses. I love flow classes. I love teaching them. I love taking them. But you don't really get a chance to feel the pose when you're moving so quickly. I love those classes. But when you slow it down, you really can feel. We'll do one more on each side. Exactly what muscles are being used in what poses. Okay, last one. One more time. Big stretch, arms reach back, toes reach back, arms reach back. Opposite directions. And then exhale, soften the body. Maybe get up, turn out the lights. We're going to take about a minute, Shavasana. So find a comfortable lying down position. Try not to be touching any props or anything. Focus on just slowing down your breath. Feel the points of connection between your back body and the mat, whatever those are. Maybe go through them one by one in your head, starting at your toes and working your way up. Or starting at your heels, I should say, and maybe the calves, maybe your thighs, certainly your sit bones or your pelvis, your buttocks, the low back, upper back, triceps, shoulders, back of head, backs of hands. Taking a moment here of reflection, kindness, compassion to self. Slowly just wiggle the fingers, nothing else. Make fists, really tight, tight, tight fists. And then release them. Wiggle the toes. Wiggle the fingers together with the toes. Big inhale, one body stretch again. Full body stretch. And then on your exhale, we're going to hug both knees in. Closing out this practice. You can either roll to your right side and then come and sit up, or you can bring your hands behind your knees. Roll yourself to a seated position. Turn and face the camera. Try to keep your eyes closed as best you can. Find a comfortable seat. Sukhasana. This is a yoga pose. It's called Sukhasana. Easy seat. Sit up nice and tall, please. Bring your hands together at heart center in prayer position or Namaste Mudra. Feel the connection between your thumbs and your breastbone as you gently press your thumbs into your breastbone. Drop the chin towards the heart. Thank yourself. Thank yourself for coming to your mat and for doing everything that you do, for everything that it took to get on your mat, and for everything that you're going to do after you get off your mat. Give yourself a big thanks for everything that you do. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you stay healthy and happy. Engage in self-care and self-kindness. I miss you all. Thank you so much for watching and practicing with me. Namaste. Thank you all.